Hello friends, today we are discussing on the topic how to claim TDS deducted under GST law. First we will understand the scenario under which GST TDS is deducted. The following four conditions has to be satisfied for deduction of TDS under GST law. First condition, supplier shall be a person registered under the GST Act. Second condition, supply is made to persons specified under section 51. That is, the persons specified under section 51 are only liable to deduct TDS under GST Act. Let's see who are the persons specified under section 51. So these six category of persons are liable to deduct TDS under GST law at present. A department or establishment of the central government or state government. B. Local authority. C. Government agencies. D. An authority or a board or any other body set up by an act of parliament or a state legislature or established by any government with a 51% or more participation by way of equity or control to carry out any function. E. Society established by central government or state government or a local authority under the Societies Registration Act of 1860. F. Public sector undertakings. So these six categories of persons are liable to deduct under GST law. Third condition is supply shall be of taxable goods or services or both. So the point to be noted here is the supply shall be of taxable goods or services. Fourth condition, value of supply under individual contract shall exceed 2.5 lakhs. So, the limit of 2.5 lakh shall be considered excluding the taxes under GST law. That is, excluding the central tax, state tax, union territory tax, integrated tax and cess indicated in the invoice. Also, for the purpose of 2.5 lakhs, the contract value shall be considered and not the individual invoice value. So, even if the invoice value is 30,000 but the entire contract value exceeds 2.5 lakhs excluding the taxes under GST law, then GST TDS is applicable. So, in order to summarize, if you are a person registered under the GST Act and you are making supply to a person specified under section 51, that is this six category of persons, then the receiver of the services or goods, that is this person, this six category of persons will be deducting from your payments GST TDS if the value of supply, that is value of the taxable goods or services supplied under the individual contract exceed 2.5 lakhs. And only the balance payment will be remitted to your bank account. Hope you understood the scenario under which GST TDS is deducted. Also, the rate of TDS at present is 2% and it will be deducted on the taxable value, that is the amount excluding taxes under GST Act. After deduction, deductor will file GSTR 7 on or before 10th of the succeeding month. That is, if TDS is deducted in October, then the deductor will file GSTR 7 on or before 10th of November. In order to claim the TDS deducted, deductee shall accept or reject the TDS or TCS credit in GST portal by filing TDS or TCS credit received return. There is no due date for filing this return. So let's see how to file this return. Log into GST portal www.gst.gov.in. Under the Services tab, there is Returns, TDS and TCS credit received. Select the month for which you want to file the TDS and TCS credit received return. I am selecting April. Click on TDS and TCS credit received. So there are 4 tabs showing TDS credit received, TCS credit received and amendments to TDS or TCS credit received. Here the number of records is shown as 0. Unless you accept any records uploaded by the deductor, it will be shown as 0. So click on the TDS credit received tab. So it is showing no records found. That means no deductor has uploaded any details pertaining to the month of April for me. So I have taken a screenshot from the internet showing how the screen would have appeared if any deductor has uploaded any records pertaining to the month of April or any TDS deduction records uploaded by deductor. So the following details will be there. You have to select and accept or reject the transactions or records. You have to accept the record if the record is pertinent to a transaction done by you, or you have to reject if the records is not pertaining to any transaction or supply done by you. So once it is accepted or rejected, there will be a message record accepted successfully. You have to click on back button. Once you click on back button, then the number of records or total credit TDS credit received records will be shown as 2. So unless you accept, it will be shown as 0. After that, click on proceed to file and file the return using the digital signature. So in order to make you understand how this will appear in the cash ledger, I will show you a return I have already filed with the details available in the year 2018-19 month of November. So this return I have already filed and the cash credit I have received in my cash ledger. So it is the file status. It is for the month of November 2018-19. So I have accepted tax for 20,494. 2 records I have accepted. Return period is November. So we can download the file return. So the ARN date is 8th May. So I have filed the return in May. For the return period is November, but I have filed in May only. So that means there is no due date for this filing this return. Also 10,247 each CGST and SGST has been accepted. Now let's understand how this credit will appear in the electronic cash ledger. Under the services tab, ledgers, electronic cash ledger, click on electronic cash ledger and select the period. So I have to select the period May and not November period for checking the credit received, because I have filed the return for the November only in the month of May. So 8th May to 31st May I have selected. So on 8th May, that is the date of filing the return, you can see TDS credit available 10,247 in CGST and SGST column. So other records are also available because I have filed 2-3 returns on the same date. So it is on the date of filing the return you will receive the credit on the cash ledger and not the return period. That is to be noted. So if you check the balance, the credit received have been added to balance in the CGST and SGST column. So this can be utilized for payment of tax in the next GSTR 3B return. Hope you understood how to claim the credit under TDS, claim TDS credit under GST Act. Thank you for your patient listening. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel and like the video, and also share this channel to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.